So you are retired, not tired. It's a new beginning, and you get to choose because you are the boss now. I'd like to give you some ideas on how to change your life and start a new lifetime. When you turn 30, you give up your 20s. Well, they give up on you. And you have to move forward and be a little bit more serious about life. So you have to make choices. When you turn 40, you give up your 30s. And those were maybe your last childbearing years. Although these days they're doing it in their 40s, just the same. We seem to be living a better, longer lifetime. Well, hopefully better. But still, you're nearing the end of all of the possibilities that you had when you were younger. Now it's getting more into, this is your life. Where are you at? Where are you going to go? You're just sort of in between and making choices. Your 40s are when you go through your midlife crisis, because you're in midlife and things are even more serious now. You've got to know where you're headed, and if you don't, it's kind of scary. So you buy a sports car thinking that will help. Then there are your 50s. It seems like 49 was your last hurrah, and now you're in the serious side of life where you have to accept and choose a softer, kinder path for yourself, and look to your future and how you're going to treat yourself and how you want others to treat you. Then there are our 60s. That's when retirement looms, and it's kind of exciting, it's kind of scary, and it's full of unknowns. You think you know, but really you don't know, trust me. But that's okay, because a lot of it is good, and a lot of it is good because you make it good. This morning I watched a YouTube video. It was a gentleman who was retired and had been married, lost his wife, did not have a desire to remarry, came to take care of his mother, who finally passed away, and his friends all started to disappear in one form or another. And he ended up alone. And he was trying to talk about the feelings you go through with no resolution, no decisions on moving forward. He was just so sad because he truly felt alone, and he tried to make light of it in that you get to wake up every morning when you want to, because you're retired. He obviously has no pets. The sad part of it was he would sit on the edge of his bed and wonder what he was going to do that day. He had no plan. No plan for the day, no plan for the week, no plan for the next year. No plans. And so he was alone with no plan, no life to look forward to. Do you feel like that is you? All of us have felt like that is us. Maybe for a moment, maybe for a long time. Maybe you still feel that way. But there are things you can do. There are avenues that you can choose to take. You need a list, not a bucket list. At one time, I thought I would bungee jump and fly in a B-52 bomber. Those days are pretty much gone. I'm not going to do that. But there are lists you can make, doable lists, and ones that meet your criteria for fun, for relaxation, for meaning, and for you especially, because we're all different. So you need your own list. And that list incorporates smaller lists. First of all, you need a long-term list. What would you really like to do? Where would you like to go? All the way to the end of your life, where would you like to end up? My large lists include travel. I want to travel while I can. Writing. I write now, but I want to write more. And perhaps write a book about a senior traveling. I want to figure out where I want to live for the rest of my life. Do I want to own a home? Do I want to rent an apartment? Do I want to be in an age and place where while I can leave and go travel and have a place to come back to? Also, I want to help my family and maybe help others that I don't even know yet. Can you find ways to help your family, help your friends, help strangers? Do you have a hobby? Can you expand on that hobby? Can you join a club, either at church or online? There are so many avenues now we can take that we couldn't take 30 years ago. We didn't have the technology or the abilities. We didn't have Uber to take us somewhere when our family and friends couldn't, and we're no longer driving. Do you like to read? Listen to audiobooks. Expand your knowledge. Take online classes. Get to know your finances well. Know how much you have to spend, that you're able to have to spend at the end of the month, after paying your bills, after socking some away for emergencies, because they always happen. So just know that and plan. Maybe you don't have any extra at the end of the month. That's okay. The library is online. Your friends are a phone call away. You can get senior discounts. Yee, I use those senior discounts. So for those of you who are getting ready to retire, you need to do the same thing. You need to have a plan or plans in your mind. And then you may need to start making lists, which will change as you go along. You'll modify them. You'll throw some of them out and add new ones, which is all okay. There's nothing wrong with what you do as long as you are doing it. I've talked before about my own plans, and I bought my place that I live in currently, and I love it. I love the people. I love everything about it here. But then I realized after 4 years of being here that I don't really want that for my future. I want something different. As turning 70, I decided on a new lifetime. And that means making some major changes. So I made a list. First on my list is to sell my place. Kind of sad to say it, and it will be sad to leave it, but I'm excited about the future. I own it outright. Half of that money will go into retirement funds, and the other half will go into something I can use as I go forward. Starting out with getting a really good car to travel in and loading up and just taking off across the country. I'm on the West Coast and I want to end up on the East Coast, and I'll go down south and come around back up north and have a pretty good idea then of where I might want to live. I already have an idea, and I have relatives and friends dotted all over the States. So at my age and still healthy, I'd like to see them all one more time, because I may not see them all after that. So who knows? Plans change, right? But that's my plan on that. And then I'll decide where I'm going to live. I also have a retirement coming in, so that will pretty much pay for wherever I choose to live. And I will still have money to travel. Italy is on my list. My second husband was an artist, and he was Italian born, and gave me such an appreciation for art. I want to go over where he spent his childhood and walk in the water at the ocean where he would play as a child. And also I'd like to see some of the bigger cities that have all the beautiful artwork that he always wished he could go see. It turned out that he came over on a big ship, so he was afraid to fly. So we never went back to Italy because of his fear of flying. And that was okay, because now I'm going to do it. And I know his spirit will be with me. So these are plans that I have. I want to set up something for my son and his family, and for some other relatives and friends that I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But I need to make sure that I have enough to get me through to the end of my life. I'm looking at an age in place where you go in healthy, and then as you age and you need more help, you can move into the different sections where they help you and take care of you. And I'm praying that I never end up in the memory care. I'd rather have my body go than my mind. I think it's sad to have your mind go. Although maybe some people are happier that way. You just never know. Anyway, I'm making plans, and I'm making lists, and I am doing. And right now, that makes me the happiest. I am not anywhere near where I want to be or where I want to go, but I'm working towards it. And that truly, it will bring you happiness if you can do that. Even if you can dream of something and maybe you're not healthy enough, maybe you can try to get yourself healthy. That's on your list. First thing to do. So where are you in your life? Where do you think you will be? Where do you want to be? Because that can change where you will be. And sometimes it doesn't change physically where you are, but it can change mentally where you are, and make you a happier person that isn't sad because you're alone and you don't know what you're going to do with the day you have. Make it your day. Please comment. I would love to hear from you. And subscribe and like. That would help me a lot, of course. And it's nice spending time with you. And I will keep you updated on my journey and what my plans are. And as they change, which they probably will, and I'll see you soon.